not a single thing about the southern hemisphere that's compatible with the Earth being flat. Not one thing.
Such as what?
If I don't know what that sound was, but so, for example, do you agree that the sun never goes farther south than the Tropic of Capricorn?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're in the southern hemisphere, then it doesn't matter where you are, the sun can never appear to your south, right?
If you're in the southern hemisphere, it can't appear to your south.
We're going to have to use visual aids for this. So if you're in the southern hemisphere, it doesn't matter where you are. Well, actually, it does matter where you are. If you're south of the Tropic of Capricorn, the sun can never appear to your south. It can only appear to your north. Are you with me so far?
Hold on, you're lagging, but okay.
Do you
Okay,
You understand? Okay. Well, the fact is that the sun does rise toward the southeast in the southern hemisphere. Can I pause this? No, I can't pause this, can I? Unfortunate. So yeah, during the final experiment, they were over here in Punta Areola or whatever that place is called. And they were looking for the sunrise, and it rose to the southeast, which would mean the sun would have to be over here somewhere. And that just obviously is not the case. So the Earth cannot possibly be flat.
Not really. I mean, I think it's just about perspective.
Yeah, the perspective is the sun, which is never south of the Tropic of Capricorn, cannot appear to the south if you are south of that location, but it does. So it is a matter of perspective. The perspective proves that the Earth cannot possibly be flat.
Again, I think it's just about perspective. Like,
ultimately, I need you, before we move on, I need you to do something for me. I need you to try to explain what I just said.
It really just depends where you are.
Right. So here's the deal. You actually, despite me using visual cues, you actually have not a single clue what I just said.
Sorry.
No, don't. I'm not. Look, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Okay. So we'll talk about a different example. The moon, right? The moon proves that the Earth cannot possibly be flat. You want to know how?
How?
Okie dokie. Two people that are basically on opposite sides of the Earth can see the moon. You agree with that?
Yep.
Now, if they're on opposite sides of the Earth, and they try to look at something that's above them, they're going to be looking at it from different angles, right?
Right.
Problem is, no matter where you are on the Earth, the moon always looks exactly the same. So this idea of Earth being flat and the moon being local is completely disproven.
No, because the moon looks different in the northern and southern hemisphere.
It will look upside down, but the problem is you would be looking at different parts of the moon. If the Earth were flat and you were that many, like over 10,000 miles apart from each other, and you look at the moon, one of you is going to see this side of it, the other person's going to see that side of it. But that is not the case. When people on opposite ends of the Earth look at the moon, it looks exactly the same. The only thing that might change is its rotation might change, but the part of the moon you see is exactly the same.
You only see one side of the moon. I mean, why would they see that?
I just explained it to you. If you are thousands of miles apart and you're looking at something above you, are you looking at the same parts of the moon?
Everybody only sees one side
of the moon. I know, which is how we know it's not flat. If two people are thousands of miles apart and they both look at something above them, does one person see one side of it and the other person sees the other side of it?
No, like, listen.
Well,
we only
hold on, back up. The answer is actually yes. So I'll ask you the question here once again. If two people are thousands of miles apart and they look at something, Are they looking at the same sides of that thing? Keep in mind the answer is no.
Listen, we don't see, like, I'm not saying I know what shape the moon is, but given that we only see one side, it's like, is it a sphere or is it a 2D object?
It
I'm
can't
not
be
gonna
2D, because if it were 2D and I were... Okay. This is the moon for now. Ready? This is not two-dimensional, but it's very flat, right? Here's the moon. If you're directly below it, it looks like that. If you're really far away from it, then what starts to happen is you see it at an angle. So the moon would look like this to other people. That's not the case. When it's a full moon, everybody on the planet sees the exact same full moon.
Mm-hmm.
So the Earth cannot possibly be flat because of that observation.
What does that have to do with the Earth?
It proves that the Earth cannot possibly be flat. So it has quite a lot to do with the Earth. The shape of it, for one.
Doesn't. And okay, let's talk about the moon for a second. You really believe
I just
that?
did.
Let's just talk about how the moon formed, right? And if we're just taking in like things like entropy, if the moon was a Mars-sized object that collided with Earth, blah blah blah, and went into space, how does the moon form into a perfect circle?
Because gravity acts in all directions, just like
Right, but
surface
then
tension when you blow a bubble.
if I
How is it
break,
always a sphere? Because the force
I
acts
break
in all
a piece
directions.
of glass, right? If I break a glass,
Does a
the
piece of
shards
glass
aren't gonna
have...
collect themselves.
Is the mass of the piece of glass sufficient enough to overcome the intermolecular forces and the bonds and whatever else?
That's retarded. If I break something,
I know
it's
you
not
are.
going to collect itself in a perfect circle.
Because things have to be a certain
That's not.
size for its mass to have sufficient gravitational energy to
Do you
do
not
that.
see how convenient that is? Like, oh well, when it's bigger, it does that. There's no type of vacuum in nature, but well, it's big
Wow, a
when it's
vacuum has literally
like how
nothing to do with
convenient.
whether or not things are round. You know that we've seen
No,
asteroids in
I'm just
space,
using.
and many of them, the vast majority of them, are not spherical. But
There's
some of
no
them, like
space.
the dwarf planet Ceres, are, because they do have enough mass to do that.
There
This
is
is
no
something
space.
that is well known.
No, this is something that's very indoctrinated.
No,
So
it's
you're just
literally,
telling
it's
me
well
like
known.
no, because you're sitting behind a CGI
Nuh-uh
Earth
is not
and
an
now you're
argument.
trying to
Do
prove that
better.
Earth is round. You have a CGI picture of Earth behind you, and you're trying to tell people what the shape of the Earth is.
It's not, well, I wouldn't really call it CGI. Wait, where did I get this from? I don't even remember. I would never use this picture to prove that the Earth is round. What I've been doing, I've proven to you several times that the Earth can't possibly be flat. So here again, here's an asteroid, right? This asteroid is not round because it's not big enough. Here's an
Bro,
asteroid
that's
that
real.
is big enough that its gravity overcomes all of
So this
those
is real.
other forces and forces it into a spherical shape.
That's a real picture. You really believe that's a real picture as a grown man.
It's just incredible that you guys can sit here and be like, "Nuh-uh, I want evidence," and then I give you
Yeah,
evidence, and
because
then
we
you
have
just say the
critical
evidence
thinking.
is fake. What are we supposed to do with people
What do
like
you?
you?
Then maybe how about this? Go to space, do a 360 of everything. You know they've never even done a 360 turnaround in space. Why? Because it's produced
Why would
and it's
anybody need to perform sex acts in space? That doesn't make any sense. There are satellites live
bro,
in
do a
space right now
360
that take
camera.
pictures of the Earth literally constantly. You can go look whenever you want.
Yeah, you're just slow, bud. If
Yeah,
you actually
says the
look at
guy
it
who
like a
talks
slow
at about
man,
5 words per minute.
if you look at it as a grown man and you actually believe that's real, I mean, you're just cooked, bro. I don't know what to
That's
tell you.
great. How do you tell the
You
difference
can
between a
literally
fake
look up
object and a real object?
if you just go to YouTube, any search engine, and just search up NASA fails. Why are you faking space? If
How do you tell the difference between a fake photograph and a real photograph? Go ahead. Answer that question whenever you're ready.
because I have a brain.
Yeah, how do you tell the difference? How do you know that this is
That looks
fake?
like it's straight out of a movie. Like, bro, come on, bro.
I'm not coming on any
Go back,
bros. Tell me
go
how you
back,
think this is
go
fake.
back. Nah, just
Instead
go
of
back.
just
Don't
saying
even.
because it is, how? Tell me
Oh
how
my
you did
god,
that. And I really
I
wish I
have a
could get a
brain.
bigger picture, but that picture's not
Look at
very
all these
good.
pictures, y'all. Y'all like use your brain,
Oh
bro.
wait,
Don't
there it
be
was.
stupid. This is retarded, bro. Like, come on,
There.
bro.
What about that is fake? And
That
use
is
your
taken with
words.
a camera. That is taken with a real camera. That's what you're trying to tell me.
Yes.
That can't be CGI.
Tell me what you used to diagnose this image as CGI.
Discernment.
Discernments, great.
Yes. That's not real. That
Explain.
is, I've seen this out
Instead of
of a
just
movie,
saying
and it's
words,
laughable.
instead of
It's
just saying
laughable.
words, explain.
Explain what? It's a fake picture.
Yeah, explain how you know it's fake.
Because I have a brain, bro.
I didn't ask if you have a brain. Tell me
Like,
things
clearly
that
fake.
things that don't
Bro,
have brains can tell the difference between real and fake objects
okay.
nowadays. Explain how you know it's fake.
Because you can look at it.
I
Explain
am
how you
looking
know
at
it's
it, and
real.
to me it looks
What makes you
real.
think it's real?
So we have two
Why would
people,
it look real?
both of them with brains, and we disagree about this. So obviously, looking at it and having a brain isn't how you determine whether or not something's real, because we're both doing that, but we have a different conclusion. Now tell me how you know this is fake.
You have a different conclusion because you're easy to fool, bro. You can literally look. You just searched up asteroids and they gave you plenty of fake pictures, but then for some reason you chose this
Oh,
one.
this picture is fake? How were you able to determine that?
I can look. I know when something is CGI, bro. Like, you just skipped over a bunch of pictures. I don't know what made you pick this one, but
How did you determine that this picture is fake?
listen, just go back to the asteroids
I'm
picture.
the only thing that's going to
They were
happen is
all
I'm going to
fake.
either wait for your concession or you're going to get mad and leave. How did you determine that
I'm
this
not
picture
gonna
is
get
fake?
mad because like, you can look at it,
Ah,
bro.
the 5 words per minute thing. You're struggling so hard, which is actually odd because you said discernment earlier. I was really proud of you. So, how did you determine that this picture is fake?
Buddy. Can you even
I would
put it through?
never be friends with you. Tell me how you
You can put it
determined
through
that
a
this picture is
CGI.
fake.
You can probably put that through a CGI detector and they'll tell you why it's fake, bro. I don't know.
No, I'm asking you because
It
you
looks
know how
fake.
to tell the
It
difference.
looks
In fact,
fake.
to you, it was so obvious that you said that you don't know
Looks-
how me, as a grown ass man, could look at this and not think that it's fake. So it's so obvious to you. So, no, we don't need to put this through any kind of filter. You've got the goods, buddy. You know how to tell us that this is fake. So go ahead.
It looks fake, bro.
Jesus fucking Christ. Average flat earther. What do you want to talk
Average
about
flat
next?
earther, sir, pull up the asteroids you just did. Pull up all that search engine with the asteroids. A bunch of fake asteroids. I don't know what made you just pick that picture, but it's
I
all
picked
fake.
that
If
picture
I
because I was looking for a picture of
say-
Ceres, because Ceres is round, and you were talking about how come when I drop a piece of glass it doesn't turn round? Because you haven't even done a cursory look into the very bare minimum facts about this kind of thing. Something has to have a specific mass
Pull
in
up
order for
the
its
asteroid,
gravitational
bro.
energy or potential, whatever we want to call that, to crush
Gravity's
it
your
into
little
a
god,
spherical
bro.
shape.
Gravity's your god to things that you know shouldn't happen, that don't ever happen, and you can't prove it happens, right? Because
What
gravity
happens
doesn't.
that I can't prove?
Gravity cannot hold billions of water down and then let little butterflies fly up.
Of
like
course
it's
it can't, but atmospheric pressure can.
So you can't have a foot putting everything down.
You want to hear my
Right.
flat earther impression?
Just think about it. And you keep muting me because you know what you're saying is stupid. Listen,
If what I was saying
You
was
don't have
stupid, you would have been
forces,
able to
of
come
course.
up with something other than
you know you haven't answered any question.
I've
You're
answered
just
every
talking.
single one of them. The reason I'm about to win this debate you're going to watch is because I literally wrote the book on how to do that. Rational Answers to Stupid Questions tackles about 100 of the most common anti-scientific tropes we hear all the time. If you want to be well equipped to tackle stupidity and also learn the history and research behind the facts, you can get a copy by going to the link below. Thank you. Remember when I asked you 50 kabillion times how you know that picture is CGI and you couldn't come up with anything? So quit projecting, okay? Quit projecting just like the elites are projecting the image of the moon onto the firmament. Quit projecting, bro. So what do you want to talk about next? Because obviously CGI, you're no expert in that. We tried the moon. You can't do that either. Do you want to talk about gravity?
Okay. How about this? Pull up, just type in your Google, right? Pictures from space. Let's go through how many are fake.
You don't know how to tell the difference between a real and a fake image.
No, I'm not a kid. I do know. Bro. I can tell when something's fake. You have like a
we're back to that.
mentality.
Okay, is this picture real or is this picture fake?
No. Search up space pictures.
This is a picture of an object in space. Is this fake?
No. Search up pictures, not a picture. Space pictures, and let's see how many are fake.
This is a picture of something in space. Is it fake?
You're probably one of those people that believe Elon sent a car into space. I bet, like, you're one of those, bro. You just believe anything.
I bet you're one of those people that thinks the Earth is flat.
You're a robot. I mean, yeah, because I've been on a plane multiple times, and I can see the horizon rising with me the whole time. I use observable facts.
Have you ever been on a plane while the sun is rising or setting?
I have.
Have you noticed that the sun is below you?
I have.
Explain how the sun can possibly be lower than an airplane.
Exactly. You explain to me, how is the sun lower than an airplane if it's all the way 93 million miles in space?
That's extremely easy to explain because from your perspective on the curved surface of the Earth, it would angle downward like that, just like a sunset. If the Earth is flat, explain to me how the sun can possibly appear lower than an airplane. It's extremely easy for us to do. You go ahead and explain it.
Because it's going further from you. When something goes further from you, it's law of perspective. It will get lower.
I don't know how you actually can breathe on your own. Do you know what rise over run is? You remember this from algebra class? Y equals mx plus b. Do you know what rise over run is?
Explain it to us.
It's slope. Rise over run, right? So you create your slope by the height of it on the y-axis, and then the distance, length, whatever on the x-axis, and that is your rise over run. So it tells you your slope. You with me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does the sun ever get closer to the ground?
Oh my God. Bro.
You can't do shit, buddy.
Of space.
I have done that, and you couldn't tell the difference. So we're not going to that.
Keep going back to this weird moon picture series or whatever you want to say. And this stuff is real, bro. And if you can't understand that as a grown man,
quit crying.
It's sad, bro.
Rise over run. You ready? You see this triangle here?
Sir, can you search? I don't want to see this. Search up pictures of
space. This is not possibly going to go any way that you want it to go. So if you can't handle that, then go somewhere else and cry. Do you see this triangle here?
I hope y'all see this, bro.
They can all see the triangle. We're asking if you can see the triangle.
You keep muting me.
Chat, can you see the triangle?
Oh, that I'm right.
Chat, if you can see the triangle, then say that you can see the triangle. Yeah, that is 100% of all people on TikTok can see the triangle. Now, ultimately, can you see the triangle?
Oh my God, bro! Can you search up what I'm telling you, bro?
No. Can you see the triangle? Because I'm gonna make you admit that the airplanes prove the Earth can't possibly be flat.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, my God.
Bro, you're being like, just search up what I'm telling you.
I don't
Why
take
is
orders from
so
idiots like you. So,
many?
anyways, well, I'll just do this without your permission
You're
because
the idiot.
I don't know. You don't have the bandwidth necessary to be able to consent to something. Apparently, so this would be the airplane, right? So the airplane is a certain height above the ground, and the airplane is not as high as the airplane is, right? So that means that the airplane is always above, or I'm sorry, the sun is always above the airplane. Now, as the airplane gets farther away, the angle, notice how the distance on the bottom changes, but the height never changes, meaning the slope never becomes negative. However, in airplanes, or just in tall buildings, whatever, at some point, the angle the sun makes from you becomes negative. That's not possible if the Earth is flat. Now, I need you to just concede on that point, and then we can move on.
I know you thought you did something right there, but you can really prove this with like a coin. Put a coin on the table, put it farther from you, and it starts to go down. Again,
It
law of
literally
perspective.
doesn't.
Okay. Okay, bro.
When did we change?
You can search a video
Ultimately,
of someone.
ultimately, if
You see,
something
he
is
keeps
if something is above you, when
muting me,
does ultimately when
See-
something is above you and it gets farther away from you, when does the slope from your perspective to where it is become negative? I'll even give you the answer. The answer is never. So, when something is above you,
Okay.
as it gets farther away from you, when does its slope turn negative? Keep in mind, the answer is never.
Can we just search up evidence of what
No.
I'm saying?
So if something is above you and it gets farther away from you,
I don't
when
have
does the
to
slope
rely on
when does the
pseudo-
slope become negative?
Sir, just search up my proof.
Sir, just please, I'm begging you, don't make me answer questions about the sun because I don't know the answer.
And then you're like you believe in
When does the
evolution.
slope
I can't
become
really-
negative?
If you stop muting me, I would talk.
Oh, you're going to tell
I
me
know-
when the slope becomes negative. Thank you.
No. I just
Oh, okay.
want
So you're going to stay on mute until you answer this. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to answer the question, admit you're wrong, or
I'm
leave.
not wrong. There's evidence to what I'm. There's not evidence to what you're.
Tell me,
So thank-
explain how the slope becomes negative.
I'm gonna leave because you're just
Because you can't
retarded.
answer the question. Remember, those were the only three options.
No, not it. You can pull up what I'm saying and you
Explain how the slope becomes negative.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, you're a false god. Explain how the slope becomes negative.
It's like people.
No, not
Listen.
people. The slope.
You don't
How the
even
slope
believe
becomes.
in
Don't call
God.
people
Like, we
slopes.
can't-
That's a slur against Asians. How does the slope become negative?
Can you search up the video and I can show you?
The video
And
of the
everybody
slope
can see.
becoming negative?
No, the video of
No.
you putting
See.
a coin on.
Oh man. So the only thing we're talking
what I'm
about is how the slope from your perspective to the sun can ever become negative on a flat Earth. So explain to me how that happens.
Pull up the video and I can show you what I'm talking about. But
No, just
you're not
explain
even
it to me. Explain how the slope becomes negative.
I don't know how the slope becomes negative.
I
bro.
know,
but then
because
again,
it's
I can
literally
tell you-
impossible if the Earth is flat. Abandon your beliefs. Abandon your beliefs.
muting me, bro. This isn't a
Reject your
conversation.
entire
You're gonna keep
identity
muting me. If you're gonna keep muting me, this is not a
until you
conversation.
abandon your beliefs. Yeah.
No, until you open your realize you're wrong.
I'm wrong.
Yes,
When
you
do
are wrong.
what? Wait, does the slope somehow become negative if something above you gets farther
Can
away?
you pull up the video
Because
and I can
my
show you?
entire belief system is based only on that one thing.
See, okay, this ain't going nowhere because you're arrogant, gang. Like I'm. Okay, you won't show any video. You won't show anything what I'm saying, so it's not gonna go anywhere.
What do you want
I
me
can
to show you?
what I can. You haven't done two things. I've been asking you show up this little fake space pictures, right? We've
Oh,
been in space
okay.
we've been in space so many times. We can
Okay.
just show
I
fake
got you.
space pictures.
No, I got you.
Second of
Okay.
all, we
So
can
this picture is
show-
fake, right?
my God. Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah, this
you're
nigga.
false god. Is this a fake picture?
Anyways, all right. If that's the only picture you're gonna show, can you show the
You
coin
said
on
pull up a
table?
fake picture. You've already told us that this picture is fake. So I have pulled up a fake picture. Now tell us how you know it's fake.
You know that's not what I'm talking about, bro.
It's 100% what you're talking about. Tell us how you know this is fake.
All of the bro. If you actually believe that's a real picture taken with a camera, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
And how is it that you are able to how is it so obvious to you that this is fake? Could you explain? The funny part is you can't explain. Could you explain?
Just look at it, bro.
I am
Like,
looking at it and it looks
you
real.
Don't need to
Could you
more
explain to
than
me
that.
how it looks fake?
I don't need to explain more than that. That's fake as fuck.
It's fake because I say it's fake? Okay.
It's as real as that picture behind you. So dumb ass, like, bro. All right, look, it's cool. If you're not gonna put the coin over a table, it's cool. I'm gonna leave. I'm not mad, bro. It's just, I mean, if you don't believe in God, and you think this is just a random accident, and the sun and the moon look the same size, but they're 400 times, it's just no point. But you think like a kid. You just believe in fantasies, and it's okay. We're spinning in all different ways. It's cool. Yet no one feels anything. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? When y'all actually wake up and want to learn the truth, just like Nicholas over here talking about, I'm not mad, bro, because I know this stuff is fake. You can't prove it. You're not gonna go to space. None of you gonna go to space. So okay, if you want to believe in gravity, you're being held down by a pressure. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We came from monkeys. Okay, yet there's still monkeys around, but humans are around. Okay, doesn't make sense, but okay.
Chat, is it okay?
But yeah. Y'all have a good day, man. Y'all hopefully one day y'all wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you are saying. Oh, it left. Well, that was all pretty funny.